Okay, so for the first 3 runs I had the cameras in these positions. I had the rear camera on the rear seat cowl above the tail light, facing backwards obviously, and the front camera I placed on the right hand fairing facing forward. Now you can see the bike's a little bit wet here. This was just after one of those 3 runs and I got caught in the rain. Now one of the problems I had was that the video for the first 2 runs kept corrupting. You can see here there are 14 segments, 9 of which have resolved into an image and the other 5 haven't. Basically it just wouldn't play those 5. It said they were corrupt and nothing happened. I later resolved this by replacing them with a different SD card from the dash cam in my van, and everything was fine. So now we'll have a quick look at the video results with the cameras in these positions. So here you can see the screen is split into 4 images. At the top, this is run number 1. Now on the left hand side we have the front cam, and on the right hand side we should have had the rear cam. Now as I said, I was having issues with the SD cards on run 1 and 2, so I didn't get any rear cam footage, and I only got some decent cam footage on run 1 until I'd sorted the issue out and changed the SD card. And then after that, when we look down at the bottom, we've now got run number 3, and again on the left hand side we've got the front cam, on the right hand side we've got the rear cam. Now when you look at the image you can clearly see the difference in image quality on the front cam between run 1 and run 3. Basically both days were damp, there was still a lot of water out on the roads, but the sun was out on run 3, but it was quite late in the afternoon and the sun was quite low, so it was a lot of the time it was shining directly into the face of the front cam, so it causes this hazy effect. But you can clearly see that on the run 1 on the front cam that it is actually quite a clear image. So let's run through the videos now. All 3 videos are synced to start at the same time, but they'll go out of sync due to different conditions and traffic and so on. The main thing to note is that the front cam is quite a clear picture. I think that on run 3 some spray may have splashed onto the camera lens, which sort of aided in the sunlight being diffused across the whole screen, making the video footage more blurred than it would normally be. So we can see here that the front cam image, especially in the run 1 front cam video, we can see that the image is quite a good resolution and the details can be seen clearly, like number plates, etc., in case footage is required as evidence in an accident. Hopefully this won't be the case and it won't be necessary, but just in case, please remember you need to turn on the date and timestamp feature if you're going to use it for this. Now the configuration menu and the options can be found in the 3rd video of this series that I made, and I've added a link above that you can click on that will take you to that video and you can learn those options there. Also, I'd just like to say there's also an option where you can actually type in the registration of your bike, and that will be displayed on the video as well. So finally with the rear cam, the same with both videos. I don't really have anything I can compare either of the video captures to, but I did find that the rear cam did seem to be lacking in detail. Now if these videos that you're making are just for fun, you know, film short ride outs with friends and so on, they'll be good enough. But in the unfortunate possibility of a rear end shunt or something like that, you may not be able to see all of the details that you require for any sort of evidence. So bear this in mind. I would say that if you want it for that type of footage to you know, just in case you do require it for any accidents and such like, you might look at buying a system with a higher resolution rear camera. So the only other thing to look at now is the undernose camera position. Now I kept the rear camera in the same place as before in the previous video on the rear cowling, but I moved the front camera from the right hand fairing, the side of the right hand fairing, to just under the headlamp on the nose cone. Now the footage, obviously the resolution was the same, but it looked a lot better for a more sort of action type of feel, mainly because it was higher than where the camera was on the side, and so it made all of the lean angles look a lot more pronounced. So if you want to just film sort of like action videos of you just having a ride out, then I would suggest that the higher you have the cameras, the more actiony it looks. So that's it for this series of videos. We've unboxed the system and looked at the individual components. We've planned the installation. We've fitted and shown all of the cable routing, and we've looked at the quality of the front and rear cameras. So that's pretty much it. I may record some more footage in the summer, just so you can see the camera images better. If it's been of any help, please like and subscribe. That should be it. So stay safe and stick your side down.